So this will be a little bit different than the regular game hacking. This is going to be IRL hacking right here. So in a short period of time, I acquired about $9,000 worth of tech, furniture, household items, all different kinds of stuff on Amazon. And I'm here to show you kind of how you can do that as well. This isn't a scam. I actually had to stop doing this because I had to pause my orders because the volume got so high to keep track of. So I had to build my own custom software to manage this. Today I'm going to show you exactly how Amazon product testing groups work on WeChat. I'll give you the exact ID for the group leader, and I'll show you how you can do this yourself. Essentially make money for product reviews and sell the item, manage it, keep it, whatever. It's not sponsored. Nobody is paying me to make this video. And also, I don't just blindly give 5 stars to junk. I only request items that I'd actually need and use, or things that I know are good quality. I think a lot of times people look at this and they'd assume that they're just going after a team of products. I'm going to show you some of them. And sure, some of them will be Temu quality, but you will find brand names and quality items every now and then. Also, in this economy, if a brand wants to send me a free $500 laptop or a nice office chair in exchange for me to take 10 minutes and put a review with photos, you know, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. We're all trying to save money here, okay? So I want to walk through how this would actually work. Let's say, so this would start by you joining a WeChat group chat. So there are groups on Facebook that do this. I'm not familiar with them. I don't like Facebook. Whatever. If you can still use management tools like the one I made with Facebook. I mainly found this through WeChat, and I'll show you this group. So for example, this person has a couch for a high value item like this for $800. Sometimes you do have to pay 10% of the price, so this might become $80, which is not bad. You can go through and just see whatever things you might like. If you need toothbrush, whatever. A lot of these are generic low quality items, but not all of them. I believe there's like tablet, generic Android tablet. Like if you have a 15-year-old sibling, he probably wouldn't complain about getting a free tablet. These are nice. These are cute. Whatever. Let's say you found a product that you want. Let's say you want this couch. I'm not sure what this word means. That's fine. I can translate it. Translate. Review account. Okay. That means they would want to review your account and see that you do have reviews on your account. They wouldn't just let any. So that's probably not a good first item. If the item has the letters P and P, PP, that means PayPal, and you will get a full refund for it. So if the item costs $23 and then you pay $2 for taxes, you will get a full refund for it. You'll get $25 in this case because of the taxes. Generally, it's assumed that you pay for the taxes, they refund you the item cost. Now, the process is you see this item that you'd like, you take a screenshot of it, and then you go text the group leader. In this case, let me show you an example. For example, in this case, she sent me the screenshot because she knows that I review items well, whatever. And this is a generic good item. It doesn't not work. I have one of these. If I saw this item on her group chat page, I would screenshot it and send it to her. In this case, she sent it to me. And this item actually has a rebate where they pay you $11 to review it. The second part is so let's say I sent her a screenshot of the item, she would say yes. She would reply with a picture like this where you have the name of it, and you can take this name, copy it, and then search for it on Amazon. And then send screenshots making sure it's the right seller. this might look intimidating because it's all in Chinese, but you can actually translate this text automatically on mobile. If you go here, there's going to be a setting on mobile that lets you auto-translate text. So after you find the item, you can buy it, you send her a screenshot of the purchase with the order number that I will make sure to blur out. She will confirm the order number. And then what I would do on my own website is that, so I used to log this manually in an Excel sheet, but that was just a nightmare when you have over 100 items. I just go ahead and upload the screenshot over here, or you can just manually type the information. That way you keep track of it because you don't want to forget to review it, etc. I send reminders. You can explore the website. The idea is that you get a reminder and you have like a workflow where it makes it easy to know what to do next without forgetting. So after this, I would wait about 10 days after I receive the item, just because if you review something too quickly, Amazon ends up taking down the review because it looks fake. Like if you review an item the moment you get it, that's not very smart. And the way you add this person, actually, I'm going to put this in the comments probably. If I go here, yes, you have this WeChat ID, EC19057. You can search them on there, and then you can add them. And once you add them, basically you assume everything they upload is free, and you might have to pay tax. Worst case scenario, you pay 10% of the item's price. So, and the reason for that, that's kind of the reason why I ended up paying about $800 out of pocket for $9,000 worth of items. Some of this inventory status parts, they're not showing you correct numbers because you'll see that the numbers won't add up. But I have sold $1,000 worth of items. My out of pocket for taxes and 10% cost is like $734, and my profit from selling the items that I didn't need is $878. Not counting for the fact that I've kept almost $8,000 worth of items. This number isn't correct because it doesn't account for items that I have listed. Same here. Items that are listed, they don't show up here, which is a category that I have here to help you manage items that you list and sell. So the whole workflow is that you take a picture, you review the item after 10 days. Once you're refunded, you put it here, then you can move it on to listing it for sale, let's say on Facebook or whatever. And then it helps you keep track of your profit and taxes or whatever. The issue with doing this with Excel is that it would quickly be a hot mess where, yeah, you can experiment with Excel, but it wouldn't work. With a lot of items, it just wouldn't work. Which is the reason why I had to stop and work on this project for a while, because I guarantee you, this 8,756, that was pretty much like in 3 months of just using WeChat and getting items for free. Once you get addicted into the group, and there's plenty more groups that I can also share with you, but start somewhere. And I recommend that you start with an item that has PP on it, just so that way, because you might feel like, what if I get scammed? Well, start with something where you get a full refund. And worst case scenario, let's say you don't get your money back within 25 days, then you can just refund the item to Amazon. You don't have to keep the items. Amazon gives you a refund within 30 days. So this is a win-win scenario. You can't lose money doing this unless if, I don't know, you have some problems. And also, for example, if a refund becomes late on the items, yeah, let's say, yeah, in the verified tab, I show you how long this item has been sitting here. If it needs a follow-up, they always refund you the item. There was only one seller that I had issues with where he seemed to be not replying to texts that much, but I only messaged him once, and then I pretty much stopped buying things from him. All the other sellers, even if these, let's say worst case scenario, it passed the 30 days that Amazon gives you to refund, you have two options. You can talk to Amazon support and ask them to refund you the item, and they usually do accept that. Just be like, oh, I never opened it, never used it, whatever. They will probably accept it. I've done it twice. The other option is the WeChat reseller actually. They can ask to basically they'll give you options. One of them is usually you pay 30% of the item's price and they cover the rest. So it's kind of a win-win situation. You can't really lose money doing this. But yeah, going to the main problem with Excel, it wouldn't really work. I highly recommend you try this app. You can use it for free. I want more people using it too, to be honest. I want to feel I made it and I've been the main user because I haven't shared it with anyone else. Also, you can change so currently I have it set to remind me to review items after 10 days of buying them, but you can change those in the settings. Yeah, you can change the set number of days before it sends you a reminder to review the items. 3 days is the minimum. I like to be extra safe and I just set it to 10. And doing 10, you'll probably never have your review taken down. If your review gets taken down, you can refund the item through Amazon. And just walk you through the life cycle. So pending verification would be when you first buy the item. So it's the first state that orders go to. So if I place a new order, it will go to pending verification. Once I place a review, then you'll go to the in progress state. Because the thing is, most of these platforms, Amazon, TikTok, Walmart, they'll need to approve the review. Once they approve it, then you can put it in the verified state. If they don't, then to keep track of it, there's a review failed state, basically. Once it's reviewed, then you can send a screenshot of the review to the seller. Let me show you that actually, if I go here. Yeah, for example, what I usually do is that I send them the order number with the screenshot of the review. But in this case, this is just a screenshot of the review. I might have to remind them of this, but this order has been approved. So this would be in the verified state. But in fact, it's been refunded. So this order would be in the verified state at that point, but I believe this order has been refunded. So what this website also allows you to do is that you can just search for an order by the name or the order number. If you just search it, we'll just filter things out. And then, so this was for a telescope, and if I click here, there it is. I was refunded the exact amount that I paid for this one. For this one, for example, I was refunded $5 extra. So this one had a commission. So yeah, with this tool, I can basically see who owes me money quickly. It also calculates the PayPal fees and taxes to kind of estimate how much out of pocket I would pay. If you see on every order, there should be an estimated out of pocket calculation to kind of estimate how much you would get refunded, to kind of help you see where you're heading. I could also add that to the analytics page probably. Oh yeah, and the best part, the app actually sends you emails and in-app notifications if you download it. If you go on like your iPhone or Android phone and add the website to your home screen, it should install it like an application and send you notifications when you have things that are due for review. So if you are planning to do this, download WeChat, go to this website, sign up, make an account, try it out. Make sure you download WeChat. WeChat is a little bit annoying when you download it at first because it will ask to like verify you and you'll need to like give it a bank account or something like that just to make sure that you're not a bot or something. They basically do bot prevention, kind of like Steam, where they're a little bit stingy about it. But you will need it to basically make money. This is the easiest way that I have found, in my opinion. There might be Facebook group chats, let me know in the comments. But if you're gonna do this, I highly recommend you don't use spreadsheets. Since I just opened this tool up to the public, there's a completely free tier. You can do 10 orders a month, which honestly is plenty. And if you, I started out with way less than 10. I think the most I ordered a month was like 50. But at that point, it's like you're making enough money to where you wouldn't care about signing up for a higher tier. If you just want to start trying it out, grab a few items. You can see the exact tracking system for free. I have a demo as well if you want to go play around with that. I'll make sure to add the links in the description. Drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions about this, any recommendations, feedback. Let me know what the best items you've gotten. And actually, the best items I have gotten were these headphones that I got for free. That was absolute clutch moment. Also, a lot of these group chats do stay up at night, so if you're one of those night wolves, night owls, this is your moment to shine because they work on Beijing time. Alright, thank you all for watching.